Hi, this is Vince Reilly, the internet's more genre-fluid music nerd. I've never been much of a fan of Latin American music, as it seems too often da 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 da, and so on infinitum, which is, of course, a ridiculous prejudice, and why it's only now that I've even heard of Natalia Lafourcada. I know. It's like, for some of you out there, have you heard of Björk or Adele? It's just that the closest I ever got to Latin American music was Astor Piazzolla or the Buena Vista Social Club way back in the 80s. And other things, I don't speak Spanish, which naturally is literally an ignorant attitude. To put a fame in proportion, she recently played in New York's Carnegie Hall, and David Byrne did a duet with her near the start of the concert. She sells CDs by the lorry load and has won 14 Latin Grammys. This makes her Mexico's answer to Madonna or Helene Fischer, but with actual talent and good taste, and no ego forever spinning out of control. I listen largely to experimental music, but firmly believe that if you write a tonal song, its most important strength should be its melody. If you think that's old-fashioned, so what? Now look at this. Yes, that's her face, and most of the melodies on her latest album, Todas las Flores, are that sweet. They grab you by the throat and don't let go, and her voice is equally as sweet and natural, delicately licking and sucking on your ear. Oh. Now, okay, catch this. She's 4'8". That's about 142 centimetres for those still in Europe. I'll put it this way. If you are 4'8" and you're watching this, it's already past your bedtime. She's like this black hole of talent and goodwill. Her music's certainly Latin American, but not how I've ever heard it, but only in the places inhabited by string quartets, spoken word, freeform jazz, rocky guitar. The rest is great, but in the end, well, Latin American. Unlike jazz, when it doesn't sound like jazz. So with Latin, or rock, or funk, or even ambient, my favourite music has always merged or even defined genre or category. Is Radiohead typical rock? Is Björk even remotely pop these days? Bowie's Low and Heroes? David Bruce strictly classical? My argument here is that De Todas las Flores is at its best when it sounds least, well, Latin American, when she's at her most self. And this, I believe, is in her ballads, and most genre-fluid, genuine and original, free to begin a song with a string quartet or a Ravel-style piano solo, add silence or an isolated instrumental sound or new direction. I thank you for listening. Welcome any comments, and Natalia Lafourcada's De Todas las Flores. Into this world I came alone I'm going to die.